What's up, guys? So today's video is going to serve different purposes depending on what category you are in. But more importantly, if you are considering applying to graduate school or if you are considering traveling outside of your country, this video is for you. I remember vividly, just like yesterday, during my graduate school application phase, there's nothing I do not consume, YouTube videos, and I really give like a huge shout out to every other YouTuber out there that actually like fed me with information that I needed. And it's one of those things why I actually started this channel, to pay it forward and to also ensure that people get whatever guidance that they need from my own perspective as well. So the thing about videos like this is that it helps you see what is possible, and I'm going to be giving you real life situations of some of the things that I did. There are situations where you are going to feel numb. You are going to feel like you are not doing again, right? You are going to feel like, I think I'm going to give up. It is these YouTube channels that actually helps me. Case in point, when I am stuck and I'm like, where am I going to get started from? Which particular country am I going to go to? And just for me to avoid repeating, if you have not watched like my very first video and some of like the first 3 videos that I made as regards this journey, I would recommend that you actually do so you can have like a background knowledge, particularly if you are just joining this channel for the very first time. There are situations where I'm going to feel stuck. I'll be like, hey, what am I going to do? I don't think this is what's my stress anymore. So guess what I will do? I'm going to go on YouTube and I will type like travel vlog videos, right? So when I begin to see people in their respective locations, different places, like I was at the airport, they checked us in, extra luggage, pictures on the plane, videos from the plane. They landed in another country, and one of the things that I notice once they land or in their vlogs is the sky. I'll know that this is not my home country sky. The sky is actually different, right? So it's one of those things that that I did. So when I watch such videos, it inspires me. It gingers me to go and dust my CV, to go and dust my CV. Like, me too. We are going to do all of this. So me doing this basically is kind of surreal, and I'm grateful for such channels. So for those of you who have secured your visas and then you are traveling very soon, congratulations, you've come this far. Congratulations, big congratulations to you. After getting your visa, you are like, okay, so what next? What do I need to do? And all of that. So now I'm going to give you like my opinion, right? So the fact that I did not do something does not make it wrong. Okay, so it's basically just like my opinion and my perspective about all of these things, and I'm going to be doing this in a story format, so you pick the lessons from the stories. So after my visa approval, of course, the next thing that I did was for me to communicate. I told you some things that I can do after a visa was denied. So after my visa was approved, the next thing that I did was to inform my school about the good news. Hey, I went to the embassy and my visa has been approved. So the next thing that you now start preparing for will be like the orientation, of which is going to be like the school's responsibility to feed you in with all of the details. Now, orientation is still far. You are still in your home country. You are not here yet. One of the things that you need to start preparing for is start booking your flight tickets.
I need to look for cheap flights that are moving between this particular time and this particular time.
Book your flight tickets on time. The more you wait, don't you ever say that this price is going to drop. It won't drop. It will keep on going high. You say you are going high. Yes, you are. It will keep on going high. So once you've decided that you are traveling, just book your ticket as soon as possible. Then this now comes the question of, what should I pack? Should I pack food or should I pack clothes? I'm indecisive, right? Because in my situation, I started preparing actively in 3 days. So I was able to pack whatever that I needed to pack in 3 days. But the interesting thing is, whatever you need to pack them, right? And I will say this, I won't say that, yes, you should pack this more than this, or you should leave this and pack that. It depends on what you want, right? So if you have like some good clothes that I can actually still I like this clothes, blah blah blah, can still bring them. Some people will tell you that you are going to outgrow those clothes. I've not outgrown my own yet, so you can still bring them. For food, bring enough food that can last you about 3 months at least. The only thing that can actually make you feel like you are not at home is the food. So if you still have like your local delicacies, you can still bring all of those. At least you still use that to remember home, and you are not going to be lost in between. And you will not start eating burger and salad in your first week, the first 3 weeks of landing in the United States. So while you are packing all of this, remember that you have like luggage limits. Your luggage is 46 kg. You have like 23 kg of a bag each. So 23 kg, 23 kg, and then you have like, I think 7 kg or 8 kg of a carry-on bag. Ensure all of your food items, your clothes and everything, they are packed in those 23 kg and then they are checked in, right? And then you have like the 7 kg where you can also put in like some items as well, right? So in case you have like extra stuff that are your 23 kg, the two 23 kgs are already filled up, and then you have like just a little bit of some things that you've not added, you can add them your carry-on luggage to the 7 kg. So another trick that you can do apart from you having like the 7 kg luggage is for you to have like a school bag. So that school bag is also where you can put in important documents that you need. That is where your documents would be in. Your I-20, your passport has to be handy. Everything about your school, your admission letter, your service fee receipt, like everything that are likely to be asked during the point of entry or at the point of exit at your country, you can always put all of those documents in there. They should be handy. That is where your laptop should be in. Don't check that bag in. Inside that bag also includes like your power bank and all of those things that you need. So on the day of travel, ensure you get to the airport at least 3 hours before your flight departure. If you're in Lagos, you know how Lagos traffic could be. Preempt that traffic and ensure you get to the airport as early as you can. It's better for you to wait at the airport and be part of like the first set of people that will be checked in. And guess what? Once you are part of like the first set of people that will be checked in, I think the pressure is less. So you can easily be checked in and then wait till you are called to the boarding gate for you to actually board your flight. So another thing that you need to do is for you to change your currency, change your local currency to US dollars. Ensure that you have like sufficient dollars in cash that you can easily do transactions with, because as you are coming, you don't have like a card, you don't have your debit card is not going to work here. If your NFC, there are some phones that have like NFC and all of that, it's not going to work here because you don't have a bank account. You are in another land entirely, right? So ensure that you have like cash that you can use to do some things. When I got here, I was able to use cash right from my port of entry. There are some that don't require using cash, but I used cash because I needed to like take a cart. Cart is what they call trolley in Nigeria, right? So I needed to like take a cart for me to be able to move my luggage from where I claimed my baggage to where I exited the airport. Some point of entry actually requires that you use cash to actually get those cards, while some are free for you to use. But you don't want to risk any chances. It's just best for you to actually bring cash, bring sufficient cash that you can have, at least $500, at least at the minimum, because you'll be able to like do some things, from running around as well. When you come in, you are also going to maybe go to Walmart if you want to get certain things that you did not get when you were coming in here. And trust me, you are going to get most of those things that you forgot to bring from home. You will get them here, except the food, of course, like your ingredients, things that actually make your food spicy. You might not get them, and you might get them, but they'll be very expensive. Also, very important, this is so important, is for you to track the weather of where you are going to. When I was in Lagos, one of the things that I did was to also, on my weather app, was to also add the location of where I'll be coming to. So I was monitoring the weather when I was in Lagos. So I'll be like, oh, this is what the weather is like. It's actually hot right now. Oh, it's cold. Oh, there is snow. There is inclemented weather condition. What's that English that they always use, right? So you get to do that. So why you are doing that is for you to keep track. Now, it depends on the time that you are coming in. If you are coming in the fall, well, the weather will be kind of friendly to you, depending on how sensitive you are to cold. Some people, when they are leaving their country, maybe for the first time, they're like, jackets, that jacket we get at Yaba Market, trust me, it won't hold anything. I'm telling you now, it's not hold anything, but it's better for you to come with one than for you to not come with any at all. That Yaba jacket can only accommodate Yaba weather. Right? Not this one, because it can get as cold as minus 18 degrees Celsius, right? So ensure that you come prepared. And if you are going to be coming with any sort of jacket, ensure that you don't put that jacket in your bag, because if you put it in your bag, it actually weighs, it has to the weight of your bag. So what most people do is to tie it around their waist, and you just tie it there. Whether you're coming during the summer, you are coming during the winter, you are coming during the fall session, ensure that you just put those jackets, to tie it around your waist, and you board the flight with it, right? It's also good for you to tie it around your waist, because there are certain altitudes you are going to climb while you are airborne. That jacket is going to come in handy, right? Because it can get very cold when you are airborne. So those are more or less like basic things to keep in mind while you are preparing to travel for your grad school. So if you want me to do another video, just type in travel vlog in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do to see if I still have all of those footages and bring all of those things together and give you guys like the full gist of my very first moments in the United States. Yeah, so this video is to encourage you. If you watched till this particular end, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, it is for you who is about to give up. It is for you who got denied your US visa. You can go again and you will get it the next time. Just ensure that you do everything that you know you can do. Like, you tighten all of those loose ends. If it needs you to apply for another graduate program, go ahead and do that, right? Just know that your yes is on the way, but you have to get ready for it. Okay, so I wish you the very best. And again, if you want me to do a video, where I have like my maybe first day or first 2 days right here in the US, I can always do that, so that you can also use that one to hold body, because I used a lot of other people's video to hold body during my time, right? I will just see people going like, oh, from Nigeria to Canada, from Nigeria to US. Those are like the two titles that actually catches my attention. And I'll just go there, and after watching those videos, I feel so rejuvenated. I'll be like, yes, me too. I think one day. And I started watching all of these things since 2019, right? And it got manifested in 2025. Okay, so your dreams are valid, right? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'll be rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember again that your yes is on the way, and it has to meet you ready.